Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is flight TM017. Get ready as we prepare for the takeoff using runway critical thinking. Put your seats upright, fasten your seat belts, close your overhead storages, and let's get ready for our takeoff. Very interesting topic today. How best are people using social media? And I have my co-pilot Jim Hauser here. This is your Captain Zega speaking. How are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm great, no noise.
Yeah.
This one is slightly intimidating. It's not our everyday thing. But let's hope we'll do justice. But yeah, by and large, it's the what social media has become, the beast that it has become, that we are covering. Part of it is exactly what you've mentioned. How are people even using it to its highest level of, or how they're optimizing it?
I find a lot of relevance in finding way to use it to the best, because the exposure that I have now as compared to using social media for personal reasons. I think the growth that we are seeing is pushing us to elevating ourselves as well. We can't miss the mainstream. This train is moving very fast.
Look, while we are still on check-in, maybe, because we haven't yet touched much on the business of the day. Let me take advantage to say there was a time, individually, there was a time where I had to ask myself, am I going to be a spectator or a participant in this thing called social media? And I'm not the kind of being a spectator, generally, by default. I like to participate, but at what level? That was another question.
After
saying, okay, yes, I want to
participation,
and it was not a back and forth argument with myself.
Yeah.
It was a question. Yes, we have to participate. Now the question is, how do we participate? Over the years there were slight attempts on a maybe less medium. We have video and audio, but on text.
Yeah.
So I've made slight attempts, but you could see it. And again, I wanted to say, you could see there's a degree of struggling. And
struggling to readjust to.
Yeah. I wanted to get to the point I had to really confront myself what will measure a good performance in my personal space. Is it the traditional method, which is numbers, which is the basket of the subscription following the likes and comments? That's the basket. Generally, that determines that you are doing well. That's why you will then attract certain things. Then other things that you did not even plan for will come closer to you, which is what I've realized. You become a billboard. So I felt personally, I can't miss that boat for someone who's probably business-minded.
Of course.
I thought it's best to maybe use it as a networking platform. But I haven't concluded until we came to do what we are doing, and we also had to sit down and redefine exactly what I'm saying. What would really be the meaning in terms of doing well? Are we going to look at the numbers?
Yes.
Are we going to be trapped in that, or are we going to balance it with something else? And it's good to say we resorted to a safe mode of saying, in our growth we will see good growth in terms of cognitive, content preparation and delivery, good interaction with the content itself. We agreed on that, if you remember.
Yes, of course. That's the relevance of the making.
That's a safe position that we took. We didn't want to be disappointed. Chase numbers, and the numbers will come then.
Yeah, the numbers will come later. The numbers, I think, right now.
And part of what
it's not our primary concern.
Yeah, maybe if you get to roadmap today, before I almost jumped into it.
Yes, let's get straight on it.
Yeah.
Starting with our roadmap today would be...
Before you get there, we did introduce ourselves, ne?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Zege and the co-pilot, yes, it's that.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Roadmap. Obviously, we'll start with the definition, which would be our
trademark
own view of what social media means to us. And then after the definition, then we'll get into the introduction.
Before social media.
Of what was happening before social media came into its dominance.
The triggers to the social media that we know today, transition.
Okay.
Before and what we know it to be.
Yes.
Which is at the early stages, the dominance aspect around it. By country, by benefits, if not monetization, how it's monetized. And then that's part of introducing it as a platform in its various, or as a new phenomenon in its various mode of existence, which is platform-wise.
Okay.
If I've managed to express it correctly.
Well, yes.
Yeah, and then CEO innovators, which are the founders of it.
Okay.
You know, and then
that's number 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 4, we compare the countries in terms of how they're using it.
Okay.
Slightly. It's a mini desktop, and then we go to the negative and the positive of it, right? And then that's 5, and then 6. What is expected to come?
Yeah, that's
future. That's future.
Yeah. You have to be a futuristic thinker in this life we live in.
That's a visionary.
Yeah, we have to.
What sort of expectations or anticipations that we might...
So you can prepare the speed on which you must run in order to catch up with the mainstream, because the mainstream is forever moving. Yeah. So if you don't exercise running, how do you catch this?
How do you even begin to fly?
Exactly.
So then from 6 to 7 is desktop, which is
our tradition. Yes.
We'll be looking at best performers by name, by platforms,
by platform and by country.
Yeah, and also by top 5 in the world and top 5 in Africa.
Okay, no problem.
So that's comparison, and then 1 minute pitch. I guess what I'm going to lean towards with 1 minute pitch, it's why I think we lack to what would be the best way to describe this. Let me just abstractly say what I want to say. In technology, bakhuluma ngama-laggards, people who tend to catch the boat late. Why are we slow to jump onto maybe the best thing to get from it? Do that make sense?
I understand.
So I want to also express what in 1 minute, just express why I think we tend to be slow.
Okay, I think on my 1 minute pitch, it's going to be social media being the most powerful tool in our modern society.
Yeah, well, our 1 minute pitch has switched from a debate view to a just freestyle.
Look, I think it depends on the topic we are having, we are discussing on the day.
Yeah.
Other topics require you to have differences, and then others are like, okay, this one is more of a free-flowing kind of a setup.
And then 9 take home, 10 announcement, next flight, and then 11 we descend.
We descend, yes. Let's start with the meaning of social media. In my view, it's an application that enables users to create and share content, participation and more of a communication networking platform.
Yeah,
that's how
it used to be called social networks.
Yeah, that's how
that was I'm saying the first way description that was used to coin what we know as social media or social networks.
Yeah.
So rightfully so, the intentions of allowing people to communicate,
Yes.
primarily one, to network,
Mhm.
two, and then later it became a platform to even be a creator. So more than be a consumer, you also participate. And then it scales things up. You can also reach people from different countries in real time.
So would I be correct to say that the social media itself is an influencer?
It influences our way of life. Yes.
Yeah, it is an influencer. I mean, if you look at from what you've just said and what I've just said, it is its own identity is and intention is to influence. So it's an influencer of communication, business, society, socially, and education.
Yeah.
All those movements are now centralized into this one thing we call social media that is influencing our way of life in this modern
In actual
society.
fact, it has become or is taking over from the traditional media, which is newspaper,
Yeah, I know.
TV.
Look,
Magazine.
when last did you read a newspaper? If I may ask, just out of.
I always, let me tell you, I had a problem with newspaper, and let me just tell you why I had a problem with newspaper. Apart from
Yeah.
from the fonts
Yeah.
size, it's the ink. The paper doesn't smell good for me. It's horrible.
Or the smell
Yeah,
of
it triggers my sinus.
your sinuses.
Namanje, I just feel, I think about it.
Thinking about it just gives
Yeah,
you.
it triggers that feeling.
I actually.
I don't like the smell of that.
I used to love newspapers because newspapers remind me of how I started the interest of reading.
Oh, okay, the entry point.
Yeah, my entry point of reading was through newspapers, and then it elevated into books, and then into, you know,
Yeah,
the list goes on.
The material that they use, or paper type that they use in books, is not as horrible. It does have its own unique smell, but it's not as horrible as a newspaper. It is for that reason, sorry, a little bit digression. It's for that reason that people that used to smoke ganja using newspaper did not last.
Yeah. Hey, the newspaper
Yes.
is thick.
Maybe the people that use newspaper back then for and do an EPP and stuff, and not even.
They never live long.
Is it Yellow Pages? The directory book.
The Yellow Pages was smoother, was more softer. Yeah, very thin.
Yeah.
The newspaper, and then,
But the problem is the ink.
yeah, the ink
More
is
than- more than the-
together. That paper, that thickness of that paper plus the ink was a disaster.
Including the glossy type paper, which is magazines. I didn't like the smells of Ibona. Let me put it this way. I could smell the ink. I'm not sure if I'm too sensitive.
Sorry
Not sure what
to
to
cut you
call.
off. I don't want to lose the chain of thought. I think we must have a separate topic of effects of social media into the reason I got that thought is because we were speaking about the newspaper, because now newspapers are phasing
Yeah,
away.
no, look, we've got the positives and the negatives of this thing called social media. So part of what you are saying can still be tackled. So maybe what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I think what I was trying to say, to suggest, okay, you know what, suggestions will come later. Let's get into the topic of today. We are done with the definition. Let's go to the second one.
Yeah, no, what was happening before social media? We've already touched a little bit on it. Which they were traditional media, which is mostly TV, you see, and newspapers, and people will write letters to the media houses if they have to complain, if they were to play any competition, right? It was writing.
Yeah,
So it was posting rather. The post, as the term post, was to send a physical letter inked to a particular destination. If it's whether it's a competition or it's complaint, either way.
it's so funny to me that, you know, when you don't know better, whatever you have at that time becomes effective.
Yeah. True.
Because when you do the comparison, now you can tell Guti, look, as effective as the social media is now, that form of communication in that era was also effective.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good.
Yeah, you reason from your limited knowledge.
From okay.
So there was that, and we were reading magazines. I remember we used to buy magazines mainly. If you remember Marco, our neighbor, Matondo.
Yes.
He was the only guy that I knew, even Namanje.
That guy was before his time.
Listen, there was a magazine, a gossip. I can't remember the title of that.
There was a People magazine as well.
I
remember
international. Forget about the local stuff.
No, People was international. People magazine.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Maybe there was something else that we used to read. Paparazzi, when they were very intense and popular. We used to buy that magazine and read about hip hop. We knew hip hop through magazines. There's KRS-One, maybe in those. There's LL Cool J and what LL Cool J is doing and how much they earn and whatever.
And he used to buy a guy in that era.
Marco was
buying newspapers.
Yeah, no, shout out to Marco van Basten.
Oh, Marco van Basten. Yeah.
So he also bought magazines for different types of dog breeds. Then
you know, I learned something from Marcos that I used later in my life.
That's before the 2000s. That's late.
Yeah, that's 90s.
Yeah,
that's mid 90s to late 90s.
Yeah, that's then.
I learned that focus on your craft from Marco.
Yeah.
He never spoke about anything else except what he was passionate about, if you can remember well.
Yeah. We used to buy magazines of what's this game? Softball. Baseball. Yeah, he actually taught me how to pitch. But yeah, it's not an episode about him. But I'm saying he was an extraordinary guy.
He was an extraordinary guy. He was an influencer.
He's the first to ever buy the age group, a sports bike.
Yes.
But anyway, we were reading those magazines, we got information from them, so the networking part was not in place as yet. We would just, things were static.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So the only first two things I remember that came in around those time was Mixit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the first social media type platform. I think remember there was a technology called Web 0.1, right? Which is a technical means for us to do these things on either personal devices, MPDs. It's your tablet, cell phone, laptop, desktop. So in them, for them to perform and bring about multimedia related features, like you can text, you can put a voice, can put a video, you can even put graphics, full graphics, photos, JPEG, and all of that. It came through the technology called Web 0.2. 0.1 was this limitation. Okay. That's why Web was 0.2. 0.2, it's the birth of social media. Social media was born. Facebook wouldn't be if Web
0.2 was not.
Because it allowed for interaction. It allowed for having a profile. It allowed that you can say something video and post your videos and post more than text. So what was the first one that we Mixit was killed because it didn't have that capability.
And how long ago was this, by the way?
Let me think. Where was I? I was never very strong. We Mixit. I'm trying to think.
No, you sure the Web 0.2.
I got.
Is it 80s or 70s?
Look, it's early 2000s. I got introduced to it when I was doing some course with IT. A Rosebank College, shout out the Rosebank, it opened me up to many things. But there was a module that we were doing in IT that introduced me. Actually, it helped me to have my first profile on Twitter. I was just skeptical about these things.
Okay.
And then they were teaching us about Web 0.2, how it works and its impact.
Yes.
Yes, that was 2012.
So 20.
Yeah, shortly after. But already, the social media was already in, because 2010 we already had Facebook. Things were happening
Yes.
with those that had smartphones,
Mhm.
right? And before that, BlackBerry had a direct messaging system with emojis.
With the pictures, including the wedding.
The photos
Yeah.
as well.
No, I don't
Yeah,
remember photos.
but I think
remember emojis.
they go web 0.1.
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
It used to be.
But it introduced TM.
Yes. That direct
as an
messaging
approach. Yeah,
as an approach.
yeah.
I remember. I only
So it
remember.
opened up WhatsApp, live to WhatsApp, and also integration in Facebook integrated TM.
I wonder what. Okay, that's an issue for another day.
I know, let's go.
Let's move on.
No. Let's come. You wonder what?
No, I think I must do my own research just for information. What happened to BlackBerry?
No, BlackBerry refused to grow. I've watched. There's a documentary around it.
Mm.
They lost. They when Steve Jobs
Mm-hmm.
came in with a touch screen. Watch that documentary, because the touch screen now, it's got technical capabilities that you needed to have. They cracked it. I think someone else tried it and failed it. Steve came and jumped on it.
Mm.
I think it happened after, people will correct me, it happened after Steve Anity came in. Remember Macintosh with those screens, letters around, I mean,
Those huge ones.
yeah, but they were beautiful, transparent,
Yeah.
whatnot. And then they transformed, and then they voted him out or something. He was kicked out.
And
Right, he went to go to his thing. He came back. When he came back, on iPhone and touch screen. That was his comeback.
Mm.
I think we need to touch on that one. You need to watch that thing. So when he came back, BlackBerry was really dominate, very
At some point, BlackBerry was very dominant.
and they were so cool. Dominance up. And they were using keyboard type.
Mm.
Yeah, but
I
now
remember.
we're not going to be pressing buttons.
Not
We're going to
anymore.
be touching screens.
So you
It
say
did not migrate.
Oh, they
thought,
refused.
they refused. They thought, nah, man, these people are taking chances. How can you get this thing right? Yeah, but they underestimated the technology.
So their downfall was called the refusal to evolve.
Yeah. You see that you adapt or you die. So that's the game.
That's the game, eh?
Yeah. Well, so a quick one again. Then before and then the transition is that Governor flat screen, Governor Web 2.0, and then Facebook came into, I think, took over from Mixit, because Mixit also influenced this networking, because the components are you either communicate and then you network, and then the multiple use and real-time communication, and scaling, so or even the reach of beyond your region. And then came in the being an influencer, or rather a creator, content create, so that you can then monetize. So those are the 5 components what makes social media to be what it is as we are talking right now.
Yeah, we're living in the best times.
Yeah, no, my man. With AI embedded into these things, it's something else. I mean, we'll look into that. We future forecast the social media, né? Because we have that topic. So that was the early stages, the transition, and the piece that we know it to be, you know. So yeah, the next part is then the founders.
The founders of these dominant social media platforms.
Yes, sir. We Facebook, we know.
Facebook is straightforward. Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg. And then there's the Ucheki Dorsey. Was it Dorsey or Dorsey?
Dorsey.
Yeah,
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, Twitter.
The Twitter founder.
The founder, Twitter. Let's call him the founders. With the
No, we're not talking about the current owner. We're talking about the fathers of the inventors.
The innovators.
The inventors, yes.
Yeah.
So it means now this guy is relaxing very comfortably.
I don't know the deal. Maybe we're supposed to even know then at least the amount. So we didn't do
Yeah,
justice.
I guess for
Apologies.
our apologies for that, but
The
for our
justice
own, yeah.
was to say how much it was, how much was the deal. So
But just out of interest, maybe we can just quickly.
I think $40 million. It's my guess. Let's see if I'm right. Ne? You were saying, you continue.
How much was the
Twitter deal, ne?
Yeah, the Twitter deal.
Muteni, 40.
How much was the Twitter deal? When I was suggested 40 million.
44 billion. Sorry, not million.
Yeah.
44 billion. Sorry, but I was close.
You're very
40,
close. You
yeah.
just missed the M and the B.
Yeah.
So if this guy,
I think I reverse. I feel like I could reverse it.
no, it happens.
Yeah,
It's the
just-
human element in you.
I
Yeah.
don't really give a hoot.
So he's wherever he is, Mbana, he's
Yeah, 44 billion.
44
It's
billion.
good. It's good.
1 billion on its own.
Deal valued, and I think it's a combination of the purchase in our stock deals, and it happened on my birthday, October 28. The deal closed on my birthday. I don't know why.
But
I
I'm
don't
just.
know what it means.
This is a shocker.
44. Look, it's valued at, okay, in terms of stock deal, it's valued at 33 billion in stock terms, you know. But yeah, at least we've covered that.
Yeah, we've covered that. Yeah. So the other list will just name the founders only.
Yeah,
ne?
and then even
Spiegel, from the US.
Yeah, even
Snapchat.
Snapchat. I'm not quite familiar with Snapchat.
Yeah, I have not tempered. Actually, we need to temper into all these networks just to know how they work. But Snapchat was founded by what's the name? Ivan Spiegel.
Spiegel, yeah.
Yes.
And then
Excuse the
Butcher.
pronunciation if we butcher it.
the butcher.
Yeah.
It's the butcher.
It happens.
Zing.
Mm.
So Susan Wojcicki.
I didn't know Uti, the founder of YouTube, was a
Yeah,
woman.
the making has that ability to wake us up to certain things, which is good.
Yeah, every episode has got its own wake up
Nice.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So it up.
Anyway,
Okay.
Susan, what's the surname?
Wojcicki.
Susan Wojcicki was Wojcicki is the founder of YouTube.
Wojcicki or
Mm.
WOJCI CKI. WOJCI CKI.
WOJCI
CKI.
CKI. It's Wokichi. Yeah, Wokichi.
Yeah, so say we
That's the founder of YouTube. Yes. She's also
that
very
one,
comfortable.
look, whatever that possessed Susan, it's a good thing.
It worked.
It's a perfect.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Yeah.
And the timing is also perfect.
School in our lifetime.
The timing of YouTube
in our
lifetime.
Yeah. We wouldn't be doing what we're doing.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't.
So we owe our existence to Susan.
Susan.
Which
Yeah, we must send some Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
Some chocolate.
some flour.
Or some flowers.
Some shilling.
Some shilling.
Some shilling.
At some point, guys, we'll have the privilege to tell the story of she. There's so many stories we're gonna tell later.
That's not gonna come. So who's that? Yiming.
Yiming, the TikTok guy, yeah, Uzang Yiming, he also did
There's a platform called ByteDance. I'm not sure.
I think it's more popular in the East, in China. It's
innovative
yeah. I think their TikTok version is called the ByteDance.
ByteDance.
Yeah, because you know they were having this trouble with the US about why are they
conflict.
Yeah, having more restrictions, more enough.
Yeah, remember, because we're talking about technology. Remember the 5G battle.
Exactly.
Warfare.
That warfare. And
I don't know what happened to that.
It didn't last long. I like wars of technology. They don't last too long. They don't take long.
No, it's just bullying and dominance display.
And to be more specific, it's dominantly the US who is also involving themselves in everything. They are bullies, those people. They are bullies. I mean, okay, whoa, we don't want to divert. Let's stay
let's wrap it up.
in structure. Yeah.
If the world was a daycare center or crèche, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
They are that child.
Yeah, that child, that's problematic.
Spoiled.
And he's against authority.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a problem child. But anyway, we all know the truth in that.
Is it Combe?
Jan Combe.
Yeah, Jan Combe.
Yeah. He's the founder of WhatsApp.
Before it went to Meta, which is now to Mark Zuckerberg.
There must be something right they're doing to get the time.
What's the WhatsApp deal?
I just check it quickly there.
Deal value. 4 billion.
Yeah.
12 billion in Facebook's shares, 3 billion in restricted stock units. Okay, here's what we need to understand.
Yeah.
We want to have a topic about stocks. Right? How do stocks work? Here's the situation. Perhaps you are like me. Yeah? You might know a term, and because you know a term and you've been hearing it for multiple times, yeah? You think you know it. And when you are asked about it, you realize what
you can't put weights together.
Yeah, you have a very insight.
Minimum.
If nothing at all. So the issues of how stocks and shares.
That's an interesting topic.
Yeah,
we
stocks
need
and
to
shares.
Yeah.
How we need to simplify.
We need to define it and simplify them. Yeah.
Stocks and shares.
Yeah, stocks and shares.
I remember I had an assignment in one of the family meetings that we had when our family meetings were very strong. We had a prime at our time when we were very strong. So I was explaining these shares, we were buying shares, and I had a way to pitch it. So I hope I'll refine that.
The knowledge.
Ideology.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
moving right along.
Yeah, those are your top.
Those are the founders.
6.
Yeah, top 6.
Of the top 6
founders of the top 6 platforms on the social media.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, and we had this is a mini desktop because we had remember we had eValue that talks to them in terms of how much each platform is worth. I guess that would be a nice there. Meta versus market, just as a critical insight, combined platforms owned. I think it's the insight. Meta controls that large share shareholder or market share rather. Sorry, apologies for a shareholder. Market share. So if Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp combined, they have a stronger market share of 7.1 billion, which is overlapping numbers,
in dollars.
Remember, we have 8 market shares, the capturing of abantu,
the users.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, we have 8.2 billion people in the world, roundabout. I remember that because that was the first stats I gave to my son to know. The first statistic.
Yeah, good. Seeing that,
it's 8.2 billion people. That's all he knows. So then YouTube is 2.7, followed by ByteDance at 1.7. I'm a China maningi. So
yes, it makes sense.
We don't know it, but its market share is stronger. And then WeChat.
Eating WeChat.
1.3. I'm saying WeChat in our list was not there as part of the basket.
Oh yeah.
Okay, as part of the bouquet. Social media platforms.
Hey, but it's also got a lot, no?
Yeah, 1.3.
1.3 billion.
I don't know about it. So
I don't know about it.
Not part of the 1.3.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the aspect, and then around the countries. Let's go to the countries. So we comparison in our countries. We are looking at the most, or where this platform are mostly used.
In their different forms.
Yeah.
For an example, if we could start with India,
Yeah.
India has also got a lot.
WhatsApp and YouTube.
It's got a
Very strong.
very high population
Yeah.
in India. Actually, the population of India on its own is more than the whole of Africa.
Is it?
Yes.
That's in the billions.
Yeah. But anyway, India is strong on WhatsApp and YouTube.
No, I mean by now you should be able to tell us the population.
The exact number.
Yeah, which like
Okay.
we have to account to our shortcomings.
All right, let's verify it. I don't want to give incorrect information.
Okay,
I'll
what's your
give you the
guess?
numbers.
Let's go. Let's guess first. It's good to see so that when
I'm
you
guessing.
know why when your guess is wrong you will never forget.
Yes, I like that thinking.
Yeah, what's your guess?
My guess it's about maybe 4 billion.
Okay, here's my guess. 2.2.
Of what? Of India or of Africa?
India.
India.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on plus minus 4.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Are you ready to get the outcomes?
Now I want to see the outcomes.
Yeah, let's go.
Even the AI is still thinking.
1.4.
Billion.
1.43, yeah.
Okay, not very one. So
I
it's
will never be wrong
1.5.
ever again.
Yeah.
After a year, it's your.
Let's confirm the Africa population. Yeah, it's 1.5.
You know what I?
1.5
Just a
billion.
little bit of digress.
Just 2.
You know what I like about this guy called Nota?
Yeah.
He's got these numbers here. What we are doing now.
Yeah.
For him, they're
Yes.
here. I mean, from Dala, is good in information retention.
Yes,
Information
statistics,
retention. General information.
General.
And his ability to use it.
Mm.
You know? So, because our currency is information.
Yeah, but it can also be an irritation.
I want to be wrong.
No, you can't say that.
Okay,
you
it's
can't
fine.
say you're wrong.
It's fine.
my view.
It's fine.
And I 1.46.
Yeah, 1.46. So it's
So
1.43.
now-
It's 1.43, 1.6.
So now Africa is ahead of
with a couple of
India.
millions.
Yeah, my stats were based on old information. So now with the new information, Africa is on the lead, but not with the high number.
Either way.
Yeah. Anyway, we've clarified that. So this is one of the benefits of living in this world that we live in, that you can verify information on immediate effect.
Yeah, instantly so.
Yes.
So yeah, we're saying that the countries is that United States is very strong on YouTube and
On
Instagram.
YouTube.
And
No, we said India.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the first one.
Oh, the first one is United States.
Yeah,
Okay.
in order of preference, and then India is the next.
Is
WhatsApp and
second.
YouTube,
Yeah.
and then in Brazil, Instagram. They are very strong for visual culture influencers.
Which makes sense. Not everyone.
You have well traveled, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it makes sense to me because Portuguese is not
You
a
are well traveled.
Yes, it makes sense, which why they are big on visual culture and influences, because Portuguese is not a universal language. But I think they're picking up now. They are, trying to use the language
Yeah.
as much as people are using English in their platforms of advertising and marketing. So in the next,
Do you want give you a little challenge? I just want to challenge you more on population.
no stress.
Nigeria.
Nigeria is, the last time I checked, Nigeria is 3 times our population in South Africa, which is,
That was 2055 then.
I'd say 150 million.
150.
Yeah, now my guess on Nigeria.
My guess is close to maybe 700 to 800 million.
I would stick with 150 million.
Okay. 227.
227, yeah.
Million. Okay. Fair enough. Brazil.
Brazil has more, so I think Brazil would be on maybe 500.
216. So
Yes.
yeah. So it's 270.
227. So now Nigeria is
So
4 times our population in South Africa, because we're on 56. And it's,
Yeah, I'm 60.
We're on 60 now.
Yeah, 60 million plus minus 60.
6, 12, 18, 24.
60.
Yeah, it's 4 times. That's how I remember things. I align it. So if you ask me about Nigeria, I would say Nigeria is 4 times our population. That's easy to remember.
Because if you say, let's say 227, divide by 60.
Yes, 3.7, which is 4. Yeah.
Fine. So yeah, well, at least I just wanted us to.
Yeah, good exercise.
Yeah. And then by countries, we just did in Nigeria is strong on TikTok. For simple reason of making money. Nigerians are
in it for money.
Yeah.
And I like their attitude.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want to say about Nigerians. Yes, there are certain shocker realities about Nigerians, but I love their survival culture and their love for money.
Yeah.
They make things happen. They never postpone, and wherever they go, they take over. It takes a certain way of thinking to survive in foreign territory and still be dominant.
Yeah, it takes certain
level of thinking.
Yeah. I heard the argument that monetization in Africa, I think there were attempts to protest, if not to raise this as an issue, that we are less paid in terms of rates than first world countries, whether by in different platforms, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok. So influencers that you find in the first world countries using YouTube are making a rate it's higher than our rate.
I mean, it makes sense to me because even our currency is different, so they would make more. Economically, definitely they would make more because of the currency difference.
Standard of living issue, currency variance.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. That's fair enough.
It's fair enough.
I actually failed to critical reason it in that sense. It's not unless I'm missing even if they pay us in dollars, they would pay you $2 and pay me $1. I think they wouldn't rage about it. I mean, people are not that dumb not to factor the variance or the difference.
Yeah, look.
I think it's that Africa is paid, it's paid, there. What do they call CPM? I'll check it.
That's a rate per thousand views.
Yes, per thousand views, yeah. So in unit of measurement is CPM, right? So we are getting 20 cents to 3 rand.
3 rand to $3.
So $3, apologies.
And then they are getting
$0.2 to $3, but they're getting 4 to 15 plus dollars per CPM. Or per thousand views.
Look, this makes sense to me when I apply my mind, because let's move away everything is different because of the element of first world country, second world country.
Yeah, there's an explanation.
There is an explanation.
Yeah, no, continue. Let me get your rationale.
My rationale is this difference is not applicable to technology or social media only. Even if you compare liquids, food versus first world country versus us, there's always that huge
gap. That disparities around
you can look at property, you can look at any aspect you can look at, and you compare with the first world countries and us. There's always a huge
pay gap.
Even the pay gap. So for the fact they are in a first world even with information and knowledge, there are certain things that they are ahead of us with. So there will always be that gap. It would be our responsibility to try and close that gap.
I think you have a valid point. And in addition to that, there's one advertising market size, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Africa, advertising budgets are much smaller.
That's another important point.
And then CPM rates, lower CPM rates, lower platform payouts lower creator earnings per view, right? And fewer multinational brands spend heavily on local digital ads. So there's few multinational brands that really has invested in us. So in meaning in the first world countries, there's much more market or corporates investing into social media or putting.
And anyway, they have the capital circulation between the first world countries.
So if I mean
geography and the resources.
Yes, I'm saying with geography comes affordability.
Yes.
And there's also issues of platform monetization policies.
I lost you there.
Another factor for us to be paid less in CPM than first world countries is that there are monetization policies that affect us because in Africa they were launched late. Limited and selected.
Money, it's called what? Money monetization.
Monetization, it's using something to make money. You're monetizing it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called money.
Okay.
And then taxation. Right? And then.
Monetization.
Yes.
Okay.
And the system payment barriers. Those are the limitation. Credit cards, PayPal, cross-border payments. Signs in some countries.
Okay.
So Africa in general is affected by payment system, by policies, by market advertising market size, and it's also affected by currency and purchasing power. So those are very technical factors.
And they are realistic, actually.
I know. You see, this one for you, it makes sense. You see, for someone who has traveled the world like you have, it's easy for you to comprehend.
That description.
You've bought a burger in South Africa and bought a burger everywhere in the country, and you understand the standard of living.
The standard of living.
Yeah,
the differences.
Yeah. So anyway, that's basically that. Negative and positives.
Look,
let's start with the negatives.
The negatives is obsession.
They're psychological.
Yeah, psychological obsession on nonsense content.
Consumption of.
Yeah, consumption of crap, and it becomes
demand.
It becomes addictive, and then you wake up. I'm a victim of it.
What would be the example of crap?
An example of
porn crap. Eboon.
No, not according to my view.
How much of it do you get from social media?
It depends. There isn't much. There isn't much.
Maybe depending on, because it's algorithm. So if you like palms, you will see palms.
Yes. Algorithm will pick up. This is what you like. Yeah. I'm against content that is only about marketing yourself, showing us your legs, showing us where you are going,
But it's genre. Do you like?
No, I'm saying that's nonsense to me, which we don't want to be. We've passed that stage where people post their bodies.
Yeah.
Especially women. To me, it doesn't make sense.
But that's what I'm trying to say. The word genre, or genre, like different categories. See, I had the very same mentality at some stage, but I realized, no, this is a buffet. You can't go into a place where they prepare or serve buffet and you tell them not to prepare eggs or ngomas, right? If there's a group of people that go to the table where there's ngomas, that's for them. So go to the table where there's fruits.
Yeah, you were speaking about the element of choice. Mina, I was talking about my view on what you asked me the question, what is bad?
Okay.
Yeah, ngomas could be bad for you because you are lactose intolerant. But it doesn't mean it's bad for everybody else.
Yeah.
So I understand your point.
It's lifestyle and branding, and then entertainment and humor, educational type and knowledge, news.
Are we still talking about the negative?
No. I was just saying under those headings.
Okay.
What would be the negative? Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. So what would be the negative aspects under this type of genre body lifestyle, which is part of what you're saying?
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Lifestyle in negative, yeah, is that it gives people pose as if their lifestyle
Living
is on point.
the shit.
Yeah, and then bakshaya form.
Yes.
Phobia of missing out.
Mm.
People are going.
That's misinformation.
Yeah, people stage as if.
Mamela, yonke into
everything.
yonke into yami imnandi.
And I almost fell into the trap of believing. It took me a while to say, man, cannot be. Not to say undermining and expecting people not to do well.
Yeah.
Some people, it's how they monetize their platform by going through countries and using the money that they're getting and travel more. And there's appetite and demand for e-vlogging.
Yeah, look, if you can turn the social media into income, that's the ultimate benefit.
Yeah, but I'm saying the reason why people would maybe by default bring what we perceive as garbage, and then ube an attraction kuyo, and then you want to stick to that garbage to formalize it as your content type, so that then you get the traction, and with the traction you then get benefits of money.
Yeah, well, I guess.
So what's negative for me? It's plainly individual type, which is just the energy of being obsessed about this thing that you can't think of anything else, right?
I'm not with you.
Every minute you get, you want to take out your phone and scroll. Addiction.
Okay.
The level of addiction.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very negative, and it's age sensitive. So at a particular age, I don't think it's good.
Yeah, and the most biggest downfall about addiction is that most addictions have a point of no return.
Yeah.
You'd find people they go crazy or they can't function without.
Yeah.
So it becomes a I can't function well without.
Maslap. Maslap. So, but then the other dimension of negatives, which are maybe say somewhat highly technical, is that the mining of data and using it against us, we marketing, and being in the big brother factor. Like I always watch, as if you say you talk to maybe your spouse and you talk about buying something, she's pregnant, and maybe you're talking about getting something for the baby, Prema or whatever. Next thing you see advertisement that are aligned to what you said, but you do not type, or you start searching, you start getting.
Yeah, there is that automatic.
I wasn't going to pick products like what you are watched.
You are watched. Yeah, so these people are
privacy.
No, you are not. That's the principle. You can't be entitled to privacy if you are joining this social media thing. No, forget about it.
Yeah.
You can't claim privacy.
That's the negative.
That's also a negative. You lose your privacy completely once you start.
And then positives.
Positive, it enhances communication.
Yeah, no, look, one of it is we are sitting here.
This is a typical example that is realistic.
Can I add quickly?
Yeah.
Creating content needs application. Application to create content means it can result into growth. Cognitive skills.
Yes.
Your level of knowledge.
Yes.
Right? Because you must search, you must talk about things, you must entertain.
You must be informed.
Yeah. So what we tend, ever since we've started, in most cases we are more entertaining things that we typically wouldn't give a hoot about or care about.
Yeah, no. If the making was not there, I wouldn't know what I know now.
So the trigger of the making is social media.
Yeah, so social media, this is a true reflection of the positive outcome of social media.
Yes.
The making.
Well, asikakaholi.
Izozela. When it takes long to come, by the time it comes, izavele iningi.
Guys,
hopefully so.
It's okay to say siyahlupheka. The way sihlupheka ngakhona mnganami sizashaya single short, shoulder to shoulder frame. This is called shoulder to shoulder frame, single short.
Yeah, yes, before and after effect.
Yeah.
When you
before.
Yeah, this is before.
Yes.
Right. When we show the after, we'll have reference to the before so that a lot of people can see. Don't wait for money to do things.
Yeah, of course, true.
So I think a lot of people are going to benefit from the making, not only us, but anyway, it's my thoughts.
So I'm not sure what the positives.
Those I think the positives
the money that comes,
the money
with it.
Because
when you look at Ulenduzana Baba or Mr. Beast, which let's go straight to desktop, right?
Yeah.
Our formal desktop. Okay. The formal desktop here is that we're looking at the most people that have
more followers.
Let's start there. Cristiano Ronaldo,
number one on the
followed by
list.
Lionel Messi, followed by Mr. Beast. You know Mr. Beast, Mr.
Yes, of course.
KB Lame.
Who's KB Lame?
Is that Senegalese?
Oh yes, the guy. Yeah.
Charlie D'Amelio. Kylie Jenner. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a musician, I think. In this game. Bad Bunny. P Diddy Sweden. But I'm not data.
Jake Paul is not there. I wonder how.
The numbers, they are there. Maybe top 20. I don't know. We went for top 10.
Okay, the reason I'm saying it was I thought he was on the top 10, but he's not.
We stand to be corrected.
But anyway, we've given you the top 10.
We're just gonna go to each platform. We're just gonna say overall.
Overall, of course.
TikTok, Twitter, all works combined.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got 1 million plus, right? Combined. Cristiano, Lionel is got 631 combined. Mr. Beast 600.
No, I think we made a mistake with Ronaldo. It's 1,029 million. Or am I seeing it wrong?
So it's a billion. That's 1 point.
Yeah, so that's a billion. It's a billion.
It's a billion. Yeah, it's 1 point something billion.
Yeah, Cristiano.
Yeah, it's a billion.
No.
1.09.
Yeah.
Apologies. Thanks for picking that one up. And then I don't like those sloppy mistakes. And then Messi is 631 million, 687 Mr. Beast, which is above Messi. So they're not in the order of this thing. 185 KB Lane, Charlie 322, Kylie 443, and then Tyler 470. So that those are your maybe best performing people, right? And then if we have to go to internet use, so that you can get a sense of which countries are against their population are into internet or using internet, so then it tallies in with particular countries using a particular platform more than other countries, right? So in China, with the internet users of 1.3 million, 92% around 2024 they are using it. So majority of the population is into internet. In India 70%, United States 93.1%, Indonesia is 72%. So they've got fiber, broadband. So maybe internet is cheaper, so that's justify why most people, and including the issue not only youth, but illiteracy. I
never saw Indonesia in the top 5. Eh?
Yeah, the more literate the country is, the more people will be into cellphones.
Okay.
And maybe the economy will be even better. Literacy must be equivalent to good performing.
Konje, just remind me, geographically, Indonesia is in the east, ne?
Yes. I think not far from Singapore.
Okay.
It was the east of Singapore, maybe.
Yeah, no, when you say Singapore, at least I know Guti, Gule side, Labo, Japan, Vietnam,
Vietnam, below Vietnam.
Yeah, below
Thailand,
that.
Philippines.
Okay.
Philippines. or
Philippines, okay, no.
So
That's fine.
that's
So it
that.
means they are also doing good in terms of social media.
Yeah. So we're still on a desktop for that reason. And then, yeah, that's basically the level of use, ne? My countries, in terms of how many people are into,
Social media.
okay, including internet as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which country?
So
We just did those percentages, am I correct? Okay.
So we did that.
We did the top five,
Top
yes.
five here, China, India.
China, India, US.
And then in South
Indonesia,
Africa, people who are using internet, that justifies the fact that you are using internet, then that's why you will be putting numbers on social media. In Nigeria, 39.2% of the population is using internet, which is the users about 92,000.
Hey, that number sounds very low. Huh?
92,000, it's affordability, it's economy. Internet is economy.
No, I'm saying 39% versus the number of population that we know now.
Yeah, but you see the population now, like 227.
227.
Yeah.
So 30% of that is okay.
Not
no,
30% of this thing. Out of the 200 and something in 90, well, let's say almost 40 something, 48, 49% of the population uses internet. The users of internet.
No, I think I'm looking at the wrong figures, man.
No, this is right. 39 is the 39% is the users of internet, not the population. It's the population of the users,
Yes.
not the countries.
So in numbers, it's what? 92,000. Million.
Sorry,
Yes.
2 million.
92 million.
Yeah.
So 92 million out of 220, it's
100,
almost half.
110
is 50%.
Yeah.
So this is 40%. Okay, yeah. Well, considering Ngoti in that population pillar, there's kids.
But it's not good. It's not performing well compared to.
Yeah, no, it's not.
In those that have population.
No, definitely not.
Of 70% plus.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
As internet users.
Yeah.
And in Egypt, 72%. That's 70 is a good. It's a good performance.
It's a good number.
It says a lot about the economy. So
Yeah.
in Nigeria's economy, it's problematic.
No, in
South Africa is 75.7%, Algeria is 76.9%, and in Morocco 91%.
Yeah, those are good average numbers.
Yeah, in terms of the use. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to quick one. 5-year performance metrics historically, ne?
Which is the audience growth.
Mm-hmm.
Example, let's use YouTube just to get the pattern, the sense of a pattern that in 2029 YouTube had about 10.9 million YouTube subscribers.
Universally.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. 10 million.
Yeah, it grew.
Okay, 10.9.
Yeah, from 2029 to 2024, that's how many years? 13 years. Ne?
From when?
2029 to 20. Oh, sorry, not 2019. What am I saying?
Yeah, 2019 to
2019 to 2024.
2024.
That's 5.
That's 5 years.
Yes, in 5 years, YouTube grew from 10 million to 142 million.
Can you see that gap?
That's 132 million growth in 5
In 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Yeah, and in percentage, it's plus 1,320%.
So imagine the next 5 or 10 years.
That's a huge growth. There's a serious growth in YouTube.
Yeah, I know there is.
You know.
So we can safely say YouTube is still going to exist for the next 50 years.
That's more than 50 years. I think it's going to outlive
It's other platforms.
because of its monetization structure.
You think so?
Yeah, it's it's directly competing with traditional media, TV. Much of visual consumed material, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I think they have a specific identity that makes them stand out.
It does everything across the board. You want to educate, you want to have e-learning classes.
Is there any other social media platform you know that allows you to make presentation that last more than 30 minutes?
An hour. Hours. No, it's only
YouTube. That's
you know what I think their strength is. It's their data management, right? Structures and features, right? To have a technology that can house so much videos, and PD video one, it's quite a serious megabyte.
So they've mastered the data management.
Yeah, to manage the data and also real time interacting with it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I think they are absolute advantage. That's why TikTok has to limit it to 5, so that instead of managing a video 1 hour, they would rather manage a video 2-3 minutes per person.
Yeah, and the link between TikTok and YouTube is quite interesting because
they say different.
Yeah, but I'm liking the link, Uti. You can advertise here for a few minutes for the bigger picture in YouTube. I don't know if you understand my view on the link. The link is beautiful.
But besides, YouTube has a similar feature like TikTok, yeah. Short videos.
Yeah, you can still.
You can scroll. You can even forget that you are in YouTube. But uzobona the content that you are watching, it's different. It's more international.
Oh, I see.
You see more things outside of your geographical limitations. So yes, there's that. I guess I'm not sure if we did justice.
I think we did the best we could.
So the imperative things that to note with the growth matrix is that there's massive growth with YouTube as an example. The engagement strength has also grown. Engagement rate above industry average.
Yes.
Became strong. High medium view reflects algorithm favor. Multi-platform reach. I understand. And then monetization depth, which is what I was saying, and the global audience mix.
Yeah.
We YouTube determines that. And then we go to after desktop. Well, before we go to 1 minute page, I'm not sure.
There's something we said earlier about this one in Gonj.
What is expected to come?
We discussed that, ne? We didn't.
Yeah.
I think
let's shoot from the hip on this one. Let's see if our logic serves us well, right? What do you see the growth looking like in social media? What aspects or areas that you think are going to change, either grow or needs augmentation, or they're going to die, or they're going to be diversified?
I'm going to make an example with that question, which I always use for myself. I use China as an example of how they used to operate and how they took over the market of trade and import and export. So I think the same is going to happen with social media. People will start by content that is not that good, but as time goes on, the content is going to improve. We're going to see more people using social media for business instead of pleasure. I think the pleasure part of things is slowly moving out.
So you are saying when what you perceive as poor content.
Yes, it's a process you can't skip. You have to pass there, and then gradually improve, and then and do things differently.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah. Currently,
with the 8.1, 8.2 billion people in the world, internet access, 6.1 people have access to internet. Ne? And then social media users, it's about 5.2 billion.
Ah, that's almost half, ne?
Yeah, that's 64%.
Okay.
And then internet users not on social media, we're still left with 11%, right? So if you say 64, let's take 64, and then 100 minus 64, that's 36, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now 36%. Yeah, that is not on social
That
media.
is not on social media.
Globally speaking. So then is that the conversation? How do you see the growth happening from the user perspective to the benefits perspective?
I think both the number of users and both the value of the content are going to improve.
So let's start here.
From that 64,
In the next 5 years.
In the next 5
where
years.
do you see that?
I could
that number?
comfortably say 75%.
So 10%.
10%,
11%
yeah.
growth.
10% growth, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
And then on the new entry of other, let's start with the ones that we don't know, like WeChat, Snapchat. Do you see them growing into our spaces?
Yes.
Do you see them not taking?
I see the bigger guys buying them out and incorporating. I see a Mark Zuckerberg multiplying situation. Merging, yes. They are going to merge. Others are going to be bought out, get out of problems and just enjoy.
Maybe that's not even a measure, but that's the takeover.
Takeover, yes. I am seeing a lot of that happening.
That kind of this thing. And then we users and creators perspective.
Users, I need to say, which I see a 10% growth in the next 5 years.
We users benefits.
We users benefits. I also see a much higher percentage that there. I could say maybe between 15 and 20% growth, because people are realizing that you can actually convert social media into income.
Okay.
It's the awareness in the income part of it is growing. So I could safely say 15% of growth in that part. In my view, yes.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, from my side, I mean, you've covered much. I don't need to really overemphasize this thing. I was so absorbed at some stage with this thing, social media, that I've invented something as a terminology.
Which
I
is?
was watching iSpeed, ne?
Yes.
I remember
when he was doing his Africa tour.
Yeah. I looked at his traction, which is the love, the support, the growth of his platforms in terms of following and subscriptions, maybe. Let's say following, right? And I'm looking at typically people who used to make human beings spin are people with specific talents. They had specific things to offer.
They had a specific
apart from being themselves.
Yeah, and their craft was the only thing they did.
Yeah.
In their
particular
lifetime.
skill or talent.
Yeah.
So now, lately, you don't necessarily have to have a specific or a conventional type of talent
in order to blossom,
in order to benefit from
Yeah.
social media. So I worked on a term called para-social influencer. Right? Para means it's something outside of the ordinary, if I remember. Right? It's not typical, and it's in the social media, and you're an influencer. So iSpeed is a para-social influencer. It is a term that I thought I must coin. Meaning you don't have to have a specific talent, and it's a new world order, in my view. And I think that space is going to grow. So if you ask me what are attributes that make him to be who he is, he's on a split. So he's got talent, but it's not what typically is selling, or what you would be typically selling. Like he's not a runner, he's not a
As much as he can do that, but he's not in the professional.
He's athletic, he's a young man, 21-year-old athletic. Ne? So physically I can to do certain things in a particular way, but that's not what his content is all about. He's spicing it up with that, right? I don't think people love him because he can do a backflip. There are many people who can do a backflip, but his persona, which is goofy, ile type yabo Golan, right? When you are goofy, it means
you are loving and lovable.
Not necessarily. Your humor,
unplanned humor.
Yeah, it's your reaction to things that you come in, how they would scream about what they like and what they don't like. How they would react and expression.
There's a word for
it's goofy.
Is it goofy?
Yeah, goofy, Google it. Yeah,
okay, I'll check it. Check it.
Stop goofing around. Stop. They are playful.
Okay.
Everything is a joke. They turn everything into a joke.
Humor.
Yeah. Like sometimes I struggle to contain myself or to even consume goofiness, if I may say that, Balanda. Like at my age, like it's like I know this one. And women love goofy guys. That's why Amachita, especially whites as youth, they like goofing around because women find them funny and they like them. And they get laid by being goofy.
By being goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like you see something, you just scream and you expressively, oh yeah.
And without fear or favor.
They're not modest.
Yeah, no, they don't care. They don't worry about
how they come out.
Or what you are.
They don't have obsession of being straight. And
they don't need you to verify if what they're doing is right or wrong. No, they don't care about
I think there's
recognition.
another guy, Kalo Ruban, the one that did the content, the stand-up comedy, they call it
Kevin Hart.
Kalo Ruban, Kalo something.
Kalo, you mean Kevin Hart and who else?
There's another.
How are they related?
There's another social media influencer. Yamatred as America. In a much no Ice Speedy, no Kevin Hart or
that light skinned young boy.
Light skin man, Brett Dark. He's a goofy type of. He's the master goofing there.
Dreadlocks.
Yeah. Man eyes. Ukelo Melas made tingo tikamalaki.
I can't think of dreadlocks.
Man, please. That's Kilo man. Kilo Urban.
I can't.
Yeah, I'll send you a link of this thing.
Okay.
I just wanted to some stitch when we post this thing anyway, so it's not
okay.
We'll
do that. Yes.
So, yeah, he is the
speaking about the goofy
he's the
character.
master. He is the master. Kevin Hart was drawn. Kevin Hart is a goofy type.
Yeah, everything it can be converted to a joke.
Yeah, not even the joke.
Yeah, how he presents
expressions.
It. Yeah,
so how do it with Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
Through Shinene, through
brother man, not brother man, Jerome,
and other characters. He used
Dragonfly Jones.
He used that capability, being goofy, being playful. With expressions, more than words.
You know, when you speak of Martin Lawrence, Johnny, I'm touched because out.
Yeah, well, same here. But
anyway,
now he's got less words to use, but he uses body language and expressions, and playfulness. So that's quite a signature actually coming back to the stem. I was trying to express or bring about the terminology parasocial influence.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that?
What do you mean? Okay, I understand it. better now.
Yeah. So yes, man. We are coming to the end. 1 minute
Which will
pitch.
give us our 1 minute pitch.
Yeah, my 1 minute pitch is why are we slow? Why are we slow to catch up? Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I've already answered some of it. I felt when I decided to do this, I was not sure how am I going to really lay it down. So let's start with the time. Where's the timer here? Where's the timer? Not my dad, but the clock. Yeah. Let me just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why we Africans in particular struggle to catch up its economy, which already speak to most of the things that we spoke about in our previous episodes about leadership, and it means if our economy doesn't grow, it means our standard of living is going to be very high. So with the high standard of living, it will be difficult really to afford data, and with less affordance of data, including the illiterate levels are high, so it's going to suffocate our speed to tap into and monetize and have the best of what it has to offer.
Okay, you still have 15 seconds. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is the question, I mean, you remember, just to emphasize, the one it's important for me to express this. The reason why we came up with 1 minute pitch, we said we wanted to have something that will allow us to summarize things under 1 minute. So, Giti is scared.
Yes, of course.
By the way.
Most definitely.
So the more we master the 1 minute pitch, we can even sell a 15 million rand worth of a luxury home under 1 minute, so to speak.
Yes.
Just to bring an exaggeration to it. So,
okay,
let's go.
In my view, social media is the most powerful tool in the society we live in. It's an influencer. I look at social media as a human being that is an influencer with multiple and endless possibilities in terms of growth, progression, income, and communication. So you can't lose the mainstream train that is moving. If you lose the mainstream, you don't know when the next train is coming, and you don't know who's going to be the captain of the train. You don't know the speed. So you better catch up now and use this time to inform yourself with as much as you can to convert the social media into something good. And social media does not define us, but how we use it does.
Okay. Yeah, that's under a minute. That's good.
Yeah.
Next destination.
Yes, as we are preparing for our landing, we will inform you about the next destination, which is TM018, the importance of networking.
Yeah.
I think that one is going to be an interesting one as well.
Yeah, look, what is interesting mostly with our topics, personally they're helping me, to step out of my typical choice of information that I would consume.
Yeah.
So, and as well as it helps me with things that I was actually pondering about and wondering how will I be able to express them or explain them, networking. I think I believed I knew what networking is until you have to practice it, practical. So it will be nice, so the reason why I'm looking forward to it is that I'm going to fuse my perceptions about it and based on what the world knows about it. So the theoretical aspect of networking and the practical sense of it.
I'm more attracted to the practical side
it's age.
Yeah, the practical side of networking. You know how good it feels to have a challenge and make one call for that problem to be solved.
Okay.
Because of
save the best for last.
Mamela, networking.
Save the
Mamela, we are going to be on fire on the next flight.
That was an enticer.
Mamela. Let's get ready to land, please. Let's get ready to land, please. Fasten your seatbelt, sit upright, close overhead storages. And let's land the flight.
Yeah. Well, you know the usual stuff.
Yeah.
Liking us, following, stroke our ego where you can. And I think part of what we did after the 1 minute pitch was the take home. So we might, even though it's not around, by really talking about what was the last thing after
After?
a 1 minute pitch that we went into.
Take
Or
home.
we expanded on not necessarily take home. We expanded on the next flight. So
the social media, the importance of networking.
Yeah. So maybe quick one before Mvala. Take home for me is the fact that in social media it's no longer the same. You will come in there and shake the tree to get the apples, falling from the tree and feast. There's more work that ought to be done now than ever before if you want to monetize it. But there are other value add on it. You might be putting it, you put yourself out there as a billboard so that you can get closer to things that you do outside of what we're doing now. There are many things that we do outside of here. It will help us with networking as well.
Of course.
And maybe grow other aspects of our interests. Yeah, well, so we take home here is that there's more efforts to, we can see now. It's obvious what we are doing, it's just scratching the surface. We haven't done much. So there's still more work to be done, over and above the typical things as it typically you must have visibility,
Yeah.
So that's my take home.
My take home is straightforward. I need to improve on my content.
Creation
Yeah.
and delivery.
My content creation and delivery has to improve, and with immediate effect.
Done. So with that said, Ibala City.